It is so, oh, it's so echoey in here. Sorry, I just wasn't expecting that. It is so weird that this is the last video I'm going to film in my childhood bedroom. I don't know if you all could tell, but the past couple videos I have not been in this space. I guess a lot of you are probably used to me filming in a dorm where I spend most of my time now out in Savannah, Georgia, but I am from the Pacific Northwest. More specifically, I have grown up in a town called Vancouver, Washington. No, not Vancouver, Canada. No, not Washington, DC. What county is this? Clark County. No, not Las Vegas. So Vancouver, Washington has always been extremely overlooked on so many different levels, even though Vancouver is the fourth biggest city in Washington, whatever. But really, when you look at a map, Vancouver is right next to Portland, Oregon. So I also say that I'm from Portland, Oregon. But then it gets complicated because it's like, oh, so you're an Oregonian. Well, no, I'm a Washingtonian, but I feel like an Oregonian because I'm right there, so it's hard explaining to outsiders. And obviously, because I've lived here, I was not going to tell my audience where I live, although now it's a little bit safer because I have moved. I've moved. I no longer live in Washington. My family moved to Vancouver when I was 2 years old. A lot of my family is scattered throughout Portland and Vancouver. We moved from Seattle, Washington to Vancouver, Washington, and I have grown up here up until now. So Vancouver has always been my hometown, but since a lot of my family has now left this area, there wasn't really a reason for my family to stay in Vancouver. So my whole fam has moved across the bridge. So get this, I'm an Oregonian. Yep, I am officially an Oregonian for the first time in my life. PDX, Trailblazers, Rose City. It's not that crazy of a move. There are way crazier moves to do, but my time in Vancouver, Washington is done. I still have friends in Vancouver, like I'm still gonna come here, but for the most part, I'm not. I'm gonna be the last person in this house, which is also really weird. I just needed to come by and do all the last minute cleaning. I was assigned to do that, but the house is completely empty. Very odd. I remember when this video came out, Tyler Oakley posted a hometown tour. I remember my little middle school self was like, that is so genius. One day I will make that video, and that video is going to be made today. So I thought it'd be really fun to show you around my hometown, and yeah, Vancouver, Washington, hoorah. Peace out, let's do this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye, house. But there's no reason to be sad because we were just starting the hometown tour. I don't even really know where to start, but I think what I could do is I could show you my other childhood home where I lived before this house. So I've only lived in 2 houses in Vancouver. Let's take a look, it's not too far. That one right there was my childhood house. Although it didn't have all the trees and stuff, but yeah, that little brick one was mine. Probably would have kept living there for much longer time than we did, but we found out there was black mold in our walls. So that was really awesome. And then we moved. So, and that place didn't allow dogs, so when we moved, we got Flora. Fun fact. And on the note of my younger self, this is my elementary school, Lincoln Elementary. Sign is off, obviously, because it's summertime, but let's go take a look. Felt a little weird driving myself here. I know this classroom here, these two, at least when I went to school here, were the kindergarten rooms. 115 was my classroom, and then if you walked around here, you'll go to the playground. But of course we had bark dust back then, and if you were bad, you had to sit here and time out, which I never did. I never had to do that. It looks like they're touching up some paint over there, but there's like a United States mural. Comment down below your go-to activity at recess, because mine was always swings and monkey bars. Although now I do not have the strength to do the monkey bars, but that is okay. Not really a part of the playground, but there were these 2 trees out here, which still stand. Awesome. My friends and I used to just play around these trees, look for worms and snails and things. But yeah, pretty big field out here. But I did in fact go to the school from kindergarten all the way through 5th grade, and then it was time for middle school. Now this part requires a little bit more explaining. My middle school and high school were combined because I went to an arts magnet school. I actually had to apply to go to this school, but this was my dream. This was my everything. My original childhood home is just down the street from here. I would grow up walking here and being like, wow, the cool art school. I really hope I go here one day, and spoiler alert, I did. I parked in my parking spot when I was in high school. This was my spot. It said Sparkle Spice on the bottom. I was one of those classes that was affected by COVID, so I did not have a senior year, but honestly, it was fine. And while they were in lockdown, they decided to remodel the school, so there's like a whole new crazy building and stuff. But there are two things that are worth showing you. This was the park that I grew up going to. This is called Shumway Park, and it's right across the way from the high school. Down underneath here, there was a seat, and I used to have my dad play restaurant, and I would cook upstairs and he would just wait for his food here. But now that I'm an adult, I can play restaurant all by myself. I'm so mature. But this was a really nice park. I used to bike here all the time, and in that same parking lot that I'm parked in now, I once took my bike and just went head on to a handicap sign. That's what I think about when I come here. And then over this way, this used to be the community track, but they've expanded all of this parking, so they had to take it out. Now the other thing I wanted to show you, again, I went to art school and still do go to art school. I go to an arts college, is this. They call it the chicken. I don't really know what it actually is. I don't think anyone except for the artists themselves. I've also heard the rose. I used to climb on this and play on this a lot as a child. It was like 2-in-1. It's like I'm going to the park and then I'll go across the street and play on this thing, which is really safe for children. Yeah, you can just sit on it, climb on it, and it's great. It's great. Shout out art. But this is new, and this is ugly, ugly, ugly. The really common and trendy thing for VSA, Vancouver School of Arts and Academics, was to walk to the Dairy Queen that was only a block away from the school. I also distinctly remember when I was 2 years old and we had just moved into that house, my mom and I walked from that house to that Dairy Queen, so that's always going to be my favorite Dairy Queen ever. You also can't go inside of that one, it's only outside, but I want to support a local business today, so we are going to Simply Sweets here, downtown Vancouver, downtown adjacent, honestly. It's kind of more uptown, but whatever. These people are awesome. Shout out to them if you were watching this. They made my cupcakes for my going away party, and fun fact, my grandma still has one of the little fondant peaches in a little Tupperware in the freezer to this day. Let's go in. I'll do a vodka and a mini of the raspberry almond coffee. It's literally so fast. My grandma is the one who loves the babka, so that's for her later, but the cupcake is for me. They have two sizes of cupcakes there. They have minis and they have regulars. I just need a little taste of sweetness. Ooh, Beauty Guru cupcake. Oh my god, this is so good. But now, I vote we start traveling from uptown to downtown, where it gets cool. All right, here we are on beautiful Main Street in downtown Vancouver. Mostly just little shops and restaurants. This is like the big drag of it all. But they opened a new vintage store and I need to check this out before I go. So this is not really part of the tour. This is just me selfishly being very, very curious of what's going on in here. I didn't get anything. No tea, no shade to them. I just wasn't looking to spend $30 on a graphic tee today. It's called self-control. But I'm bummed because I really wanted to show you the old movie theater, but the road is closed because they're doing construction. So here's a picture of it. Here's a picture of me there as evidence that I've been there. The best popcorn in the world, and it is the best place to go watch Christmas movies. Every single year they do Elf, and I think they do Muppets Christmas Carol, probably Home Alone too, but they always are playing really fun like 80s movies too. Like that was where I saw Back to the Future for the first time. All the good ones are always played at Kiggins, and right now I am right next to Esther Short Park, which I would get out and show you, but for whatever reason while I've been gone, the city of Vancouver really just wanted to the parking, so I'm not gonna get out of the car. Here's the park out the window. Best way to describe my hometown is it's like the Sunset Valley of Sims Worlds. And now for, this seat is hot, the last stop on my hometown tour, the Waterfront. I feel like I'm giving like Casey Neistat now. Like, you can't tell where my eyes are. A couple years ago, Vancouver built like a brand new section of the waterfront where there's like fancy restaurants and hotels and stuff. It's cool. I like it, don't get me wrong, but the older side of the waterfront, in my opinion, is where it's at. It's just so quiet, it's beautiful. You can see the planes come in because the airport is right across the way. You can hear a plane above my head. I love picnicking here. I love hanging out with my friends here. It's a beautiful place to go walk. And if you keep going that way, there's a McMinimans. But unfortunately, I gotta start making my way across the river. No, I mean, you see, that's Oregon. Oregon's right there. So when I tell people I live smack dab on the border, this is what I mean. I'm so glad that I was able to show you all my hometown and kind of put some closure on this chapter of my life living in Vancouver. And who knows if I'll ever live in Washington again, but I just wanted to kind of put this out there, and I really feel like it's a way to encapsulate my childhood in a sense. If you watch this whole video, even though there was not a dollop of rain, it is still the Northwest, so please comment down below the rain cloud emoji. Very fitting to us Northwesterners. And like this video if you enjoy it, dislike it if you hated it. Haters. Subscribe for more videos that I make in the future, whether it is a vlog, whether it is Minecraft, whether it's God knows what. I'll be here. I'm in every single one of my videos. Fun fact. Thank you Washington State, thank you Vancouver, and I will see you all next time. Mwah. Have a magical day.